ladies and gentlemen of, well, 2024. The year has already kind of started off to a very much so weird start in the fact of we may have another Middle Eastern war, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a big update in terms of the channel, sort of how things are going. Among those is kind of what's been going on with me personally. Personally, I've been kind of, well, just been trying to regain my ability to be creative. Okay, I say that, but in reality, I've just been kind of on a break. Losing my grandmother to cancer, sadly, did not really help with that. I was going to actually surprise you guys with a lot of new stuff early on, but I've kind of decided to kind of wait until February to kind of officially come back. The biggest thing is that, like I said, a lot of stuff's been going on. Among them, of course, was the huge packages that's been coming in. Tony sent, of course, another package, which I won't be doing an unboxing for. That's actually for projects and stuff. But I will probably make a post on Facebook talking about some of the stuff I've gotten in. I've already gotten in a few cool things. Among those, of course, were new M-Lock rail sections I saw on Amazon, and I just couldn't stop myself and get. And it was a set. It actually came with a lot of cool stuff, so, you know, it's one of those things I'm going to be doing a video on in the future. Among those is, of course, obviously the new guns that came in, which I will be doing a trade with, of course, Mr. OT, and even a deal with him to review one of them for more magazines for one of the guns that I'm actually pretty excited to review in the future, and that being, of course, the Lancer Tactical Battle X. To be exact, this Lancer Tactical Battle X, which I have set up with the rail segment I talked about, which again is kind of cool. It's a combination of, it has a traditional bit right here for the sling, as well as, of course, a QD sling mount, which I actually do have QD sling mounts now, proper QD sling mounts, which I'm actually kind of happy about, legitimately. But yeah, no, this is kind of how I have it set up. It doesn't have a rail cover, or dust cover, sadly, for the mock bolt, but I will probably have one set up. But yeah, no, this is basically one I have set up for review, for when I actually do take it to the field, and I get the footage for it, and I actually do get my thoughts for it, you know, all that good, happy jazz, more or less. But yeah, so this is basically how I have it set up for when I actually do review this thing. And believe me, it's going to be a lot of fun reviewing this, but that's not the only thing, of course, I've gotten in recently that I actually am doing project-wise. One of those is, of course, the Lancer Tactical Gen 2, Gen 3 rifle that I got in from, of course, Tony. This is one that actually has been on my docket for a while now after I did the Gen 2 a long time ago, actually, when I got that from Jack's Dollar Deals. And Jack Dollar Deals actually have a lot of cool stuff. They actually are hagglers of sorts, but I do kind of like the rail, I do kind of like the handguard a little bit, but not much to keep it. In reality, I'm going to basically, after reviewing this, I'm going to take the gearbox out of this and put it into the SRU M4 bullpup kit. Or I may try to build this into another Cyberpunk build. I haven't decided yet. Let me know in the comments section what you guys want me to try and do with this. You want me to try and turn this into a Cyberpunk build, or do you want me to put this in the SRU bullpup kit? Let me know in the comments section down below. But yeah, no, again, this is going to be one of the other review guns in the future. Another gun I actually did get for review, but also is actually going to be used as a well, not really bullpup, my bad, is going to be used for a actual proper Cyberpunk build that I'm very happy about, is, of course, the Double Eagle UTR EK47, or basically the Double Eagle SR47 that has so many features on it that I could not do it. This was actually something I got from OT. Again, Will, literally cool thing. I cannot wait to just make this as cyberpunk as possible. I legit am going to turn this into a cyberpunk gun, and, well, if you can see why, and you wonder why, you'll probably know. But yeah, this is basically going to get turned into a cyberpunk gun from Cyberpunk 2077. As to which one, I'm going to let that be a surprise for the review itself. The last of course, the AEGs is none other than one I've had for about a year, but I haven't done because I need a rail to mount the freaking run cam on, and that is, of course, Le Famas, as well as, of course, a proper, like, I might go for an angle foregrip, I might not, I haven't decided yet, but definitely a proper, like, foregrip to put here, or like a classic foregrip to put here. But yeah, I have a Famas. I legit am definitely going to have fun with this one. It's a Famas. It is iconic for so many reasons. Then I've got to do more research on the Famas, especially this version that a friend of mine actually did say, yeah, no, this is a proper Famas. This is one of the other models. Again, it's one of those guns I've got to do more research on because my area of expertise is not the Franco guns, and I'd have to watch the Francophile himself, Ian McCollum, to actually learn more about the Famas. In terms of gas guns, I do have a few more, thanks again to Apex, aka Tony, who was actually able to kind of get me a few guns in that I legitimately am going to have a lot of fun with. One of those being, of course, a boomstick. Or to be exact, a Jag scattergun, an H70 to be exact. This is the tactical, apparently, quote-unquote tactical. It's basically Matrix, gas gun, whatever. It's basically a copy of the Tokyo Marui 870. But the big thing is that I'm going to let a friend of mine actually help me out, because as soon as I'm done with this one, I'm basically going to get the parts to to switch out the pump grip here into the Magpul pump grip, and of course try and find a proper Magpul pistol grip, because I'm not going to use this one because this is an actual PTS Magpul grip. This is going to go into the collection of collectibles that may never be used, because I am that kind of collector, and I want to try and build something up very collectibly and collectible. Again, this actually does have the PTS Magpul trademark on it. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's a collectible, so I'm definitely going to throw that in with the collectibles pile. But until then, I'm going to, of course, turn this into a proper, like, tactical Magpul shotgun, including with the Magpul stock, the collapsible stock. I haven't decided yet if I want to try and make it a full stock or not, or probably try and do something with it. This is just one of those things, I guess you could say. But, yeah, no, this is definitely going to get turned into a proper fucking shotgun, or at least a Magpul shotgun that I'm going to use to great extent. But, till then, the irony of ironies in terms of actually getting these things in, the Elite Force Tri-Shot. This thing is a literal gas CO2 semi-automatic tri-shot shotgun that has a weird fucking just thing. The door is not there anymore. This is really a pre-owned from Tony. This thing has seen better days, in my opinion. But it works, apparently. That's the good thing. Thankfully, it does work. I just need CO2 for it. And, of course, let a friend of mine with a bevel me out some proper M-lock slots at the bottom of this thing, because you put M-lock slides on the side, but not the bottom. It's kind of lazy, in my opinion, but we'll cover that in the review, and then afterwards I'm going to let a friend of mine just go to town with a bevel. Just a Dremel, bevel, whatever. Just let him go to town on the bottom of this sucker so I can get proper frickin' M-locks. Till then, of course, this isn't the only gas gun we got in the collection that's going to be reviewed in 2024. The other one is one that legitimately I am actually kind of excited about, I want to say, for different reasons. First one being one that I actually legitimately am excited about. It's a 1911. It's a freaking 1911. It's a Larry Vickers tactical 1911, and this is about as close as I'm gonna get to the Metal Gear Solid 1911. So, yeah, ooh, that actually does. Ooh. And the best part is that apparently this thing actually does legitimately use, or at least from what I've researched, this does use WeTech magazines. So if I need more 1911 magazines, I can get the WeTechs off Amazon, which, again, very happy about. Very, very happy about. But that's not the only 1911 in the review docket. Now, the other 1911 in the review docket is, of course, the Army Armaments copy of the John Wick pistol. And I do like that it says 9x19 in the barrel right here. That's actually kind of nice. I do like that a lot. And, of course, now that I have a Tokyo Marui magazine, another high-cap magazine to actually use with it, I will be able to legitimately run this, hopefully, during the summertime and the warmer weather, because that's kind of when I'm only going to be able to run these gas guns, is when it gets a little warmer down here, because I can't run them at the moment because it is cold as almighty. So, yeah. It's kind of what's going on at the moment. So, yeah. A lot of fun there. The last of, well, not the last. The last of the gas guns, sadly, is, well, working, I guess I could say, because there is one more that I kind of need something for. Moving on. So basically the last one is, of course, the ArmorWorks P80, which is basically the Glock P80, which is basically based on a Glock 17, which is still a fucking Glock. I don't care what people say, this is still a Glock. So, yeah, whether or not I review this thing or use it for a trade is completely up to my own discretion. And, believe me when I say it, this is probably going to get used something. I don't know what, I don't know how, I'm just going to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Or I may contact a friend of mine and force him to review this thing, because I sure as hell am not going to review it, if I can help it. Another gun in the collection is actually a Croatian gun, or I think it's Serbian, whichever one, of course. It's from what was Yugoslavia, basically. And that is, of course, this lovely Excalibur. Oh, it's Slovakian. Okay, then, so it's a Slovakian gun. And it's, from what I understand, a actually legitimately good handgun, or at least a very decent handgun in real life. And the fact that I now have the airsoft version from, of course, Windgun is also very nice. The only issues I have at the moment, and this is just, again, something that's going on, is the fact that the magazine leaks bad. I've tried everything I can to try and keep the magazine from leaking, but I basically need a new magazine. So, yeah. I need a new magazine for it, sadly, and it leaks at the back, not the top or anything of that nature. So, yeah. I basically need a new magazine for it, and then when I have the new magazine for it, I'll be able to actually do a proper review on it. And, of course, it's just how it is. Hopefully I can run this at Sector 9. If nothing else, I'll, of course, ask, hey, can I at least use your test range, or your range there, to basically do a firing test. At that point in time, it's basically just a, hey, it's just how it is. You know, I can just basically go bop, 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 bop. You know, just kind of bop, bop, that sort of thing. How it is. Now, another thing on the docket is, of course, two separate grenade launchers. The Matrix and the S&T, well, ICS, actually. I don't know why I was about to say S&T. Lance Tactical, or not Lance Tactical, bleh, fucking ICS, and of course, Matrix. I've got two different grenade launchers here, and both of which will be used in the future, both of which will be, of course, used to a great extent. Both shall be used greatly. I think I have the footage for one of these already, and that's the one I'm probably going to do a review on, because I have the footage with me using it, I have fun with it, it was legitimately a lot of fun, which we'll be talking about, of course, the cross-compatibility of the two, so, yeah, we're going to see how that goes. But till then, you're going to have to wait until that review drops in 2024, or at least this year. Probably in February, probably not in February. I haven't decided yet. From Airsoft, I do have gel ball blasters planned for the future. At least one of them I have in my collection and I'm going to be doing. And legitimately, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, there is a little bit of drama between me and, of course, Yaji. Yaji promised to basically post my review on their channel, or at least share my review, or at least have it in their playlist. They have yet to do that. So if you guys want to go over to Yaji and kind of bug the hell out of them, saying, hey, you know, why is Al's review not in your playlist of collaborated reviews? You can go do that if you want. I personally am probably just going to post footage or photos of the Yaji blaster, but not really do anything with them. I don't know yet. I do think it's a cool blaster. I just haven't decided how I feel about them personally yet. But the other gel ball blaster I actually do have planned for spring and summer of 2024 is a G36, and one that has a lot of cool things I did not expect it to have that honestly you only find in Airsoft, and Airsoft could take a few pointers from this one. It's the Lightning Blaster G36C. This thing is legit a pretty much Airsoft converted to gel ball situation, because it actually it will take a Airsoft G36 magazine. It's basically a just whole lot of, I legit have no idea what to call this thing, and I have no idea what to actually just, it is one of those moments of, I wish I knew. I really, 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 really wish I knew, but again, it's basically, you can see in there, it is literally a airsoft gearbox inside this thing. And if that wasn't enough, it has a quick change spring system. You think I'm joking, I'm not. You literally remove that right there, you remove the spring, you can put in a higher FPS spring and go from there. I might test that theory, I don't know yet, but it's... I have so many questions, I legitimately do, but it's just, you know, how it is, and, you know, all that good jazz. But I know why all of you are actually here, or at least a good majority of you are already here, because of the title, and of course the fact of I've been talking about it for a while. The radio pack. How's that project going? The box is built, and I'm just waiting on components to kind of get to it. I'm waiting to get the box to actually, you know, get that done and going, and of course get it all nice and painted up for the Corinth Con coming up, which will of course lead to a new profile photo, hopefully, in the future. If the photo guy is there, I hope. If nothing else, I'm just going to do a lot of things, which I have seen the votes for what you guys want me to wear. I will be doing it, and the gun I'll be taking, I'm going to let you decide. Do you want me to take the G36 as the primary arm of course, the NCR First Recon, or the M16, or full-on tactical CQB-R for the whole, you know, recon element type deal? Just, yeah. Or hell, just a bog standard M4 carbine. Let me know in the comments section down below. In all seriousness though, 2024 is, like I said, going to be a crazy year going forward for me and Tony, content-wise. Tony's got a lot of stuff going on. I've got a lot of stuff going on. And it's just going to be one of those, we're trying to balance it out. But the biggest thing, of course, is that a lot of stuff's going down behind the scenes for me, and that actually does lead to more content, more cool stuff going forward. Like I said, a lot of good things, especially an M14 EBR, hopefully in the future. And by M14 EBR, I mean the one from frickin' Battlefield 4. So, yeah, that M14 EBR. So if things go well, I might be getting that into my collection. If not, then, well, it's just how it is. It is what it is. But hopefully that deal goes through for me. Hopefully that goes good for me. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. But the biggest thing you guys can do, of course, going forward is doing what you've been doing. Using the links down below to help support the channel. And, of course, using the coupon codes. The other thing, of course, is if you want to help out directly, even if it is, you know, January, then please consider donating to the PayPal or Cash App down below. Because if 50 of you donate about $1, that's $50 in our pocket. If 5 of you donate $5, wow. You know how that goes. Basically, small amounts in large quantities from a large amount of people. That's just how it is. But I promise you, content going forward will be interesting, especially, of course, the media reviews. I'm actually been experimenting with my laptop and, of course, recording on it for, like, gameplay and stuff, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that going forward. I hope. But, till then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I've been AirsoftAL, Alex, and I shall see all you lovely, lovely people in the next video, or at least the first video of 2024, especially the new intro I'm working on, and, yeah. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, see you in February.